Hello, hello, hello. Let me just get situated here. Let's get chat. Okay. Here, bada bing, bada boom. All right, so this is a very random stream with unfortunately no music because Epidemic Sound doesn't want to play nice with us. We'll see how we go. Maybe it's working. I don't know. But I hope you're doing well. Super spare at the moment. What I'm going to be doing, music doesn't want to work. Put your own music on and just chill out. That is what I wish I could do, but the music is not working. So, my plan for this stream, super spur at the moment, because next week I'm out. I can't do our normal Monday streams. So, I'm going to do one tonight. The plan being doing some character studies. So let's crack open Pinterest. I just have to restart my computer. Drawing with Musi. Welcome. Vitald PM. How we doing? Marsa, welcome. And it's a weird time as well. It's just completely spur of the moment. Cause Love Sky. How you doing? All right, so I'm just getting up the... Let's have a look. Getting up the expressions. Where's our expressions? So the expression Pinterest board. Fred Burt, welcome. The Wandering Ghost, great to have you. So this is expressions Pinterest board. Let me just throw that in chat. Give me uno momentos. How do I edit the thing? So I'm just going to throw this in the description. If you do want to join along at home. Marcia, did I get inspiration from Max Grecke while developing your style? 1,000,000,000%. I love that guy's work. How he pushes shapes. It's awesome. So, man, I wish we could have music. I'll keep trying it. Okay. So, the plan for today, as mentioned, going to be doing some quick little sort of experiments with some expressions or just some faces really. And I wanted to do a bit of sculpting. So I might do 2 or 3 sort of face studies, I guess you could say, in a more stylized way. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that into Blender and then try and sort of do a little model. Yeah, Valkyrie and Hunter. Yeah, it's a weird time. It's a weird time, very spur of the moment. I mentioned earlier that, yeah, next week I can't do it on the Monday because I'm out creating casts, creating a mold for Plain Jane, which is exciting, but it's going to take a full week. So I'm going to be out for most of the week, which is good and bad, but I'm doing one today just to sort of make up for that. Going for the usual 2 hour? Yeah, around about that, I reckon is a good go around. Do we do timed? Because it's so spur of the moment, I don't know how many people are ready to do this. So I might just do timed myself. If you do want to follow along, you are more than welcome. Let me just get the time restarted. Let's go. Blender is so damn hard. It can be. I find it tricky because there's so much stuff in there. It's his blessing and its curse. All right, so let me just get situated here. We've got whatever brush this is. Who cares? It's like doesn't even matter. Just a long skinny line that you can get on Gumroad if you want to join along. Valkyrie, I'm so glad I don't have to stay awake because you're always live at around 3 a.m. your time. My apologies. Yeah, Australia. Australia time zones. Annoying. All right. Alice Draws, welcome. Marcia, yeah. The EU-friendly time zone streams. I might swap it up, you know. I might do a couple. Do multiple streams a week with different time zones. That might be interesting. Okay. So if you are joining along, I'll give you another minute or so. Man, I wish I could do music. So annoying. But I don't know if it kind of kills the vibe with no music, but it's what we're working with right now. So I'll give you another minute. If you do want to follow along, then we'll start the timer. I might go for like 3 concepts or something. Something like that. I mean, I'm completely cold today. I've not drawn at all. So we'll see how we go. The Wandering Ghost, I use Blender solely just to make buildings to put into Photoshop to paint on. I would do more with it if I had a better computer. That's fair. That's fair. It is very intensive. All right. If anyone is actually going to follow along, I don't expect you will be, but if you are, let us know with a random emoji and we'll get cracking. Again, put your own music on and let's just chill. Let's just have a chill stream. All right, I'm going to get started assuming that no one's... Okay, Tony. We've got it. Okay, cool. I was assuming that no one's going to be following along. So let's get it started. Off we go. All right, so I am really thinking simple here. I want to be really stylized with my stuff. All right, for this particular go around. Let's think. I see triangle. Is the timer going? Yep. 14:30. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing all sorts of stuff. I'm seeing very angular, which might be the way to go for a quick Blender sculpt. All right, I'm seeing hair, doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Your Photoshop's still opening. Sorry, guys. It is very, very impromptu. All right, so he's very stern. Like even that is a good base, right? And that's what I'm going for. If I can sort of see the character at this stage, then I think I'm feeling all right with it. Oh no. Yeah, I don't have my hat on. That's what feels off. I'll need to... The time's clicking, ticking. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Mind you, I did get a haircut today, so not too embarrassed. All right, cheeks. He's looking this way. Also, I've been playing around with some animation as well. Thank you to anyone in chat, if you, whoever or wherever you are, that gave me so many really thoughtful resources on learning 2D animation. That was wicked. I've already started to experiment a little bit. and I've already started to get frustrated with it, which is good. Get that out the way. Don't be precious with it. Okay, nose, bam. Let's get these eyes feeling a certain way. Let's do the old flipperoo. Away we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Eyebrow in. Bap, bap, bap. Chin down. Eyebrow more stern. Thank you very much. Map that brow in. And away we go. What have we got? 11 minutes. Ugh. So much time. Eyes too big. Eyes way too big. Let's scooch him up just a smidge. Oh, I feel so bare without the hat and the music. Maybe I'm concentrating more than not with the hat, without the music. Because I was reading the what is it, the Animator's Survival Guide or Kit or whatever it's called. And they were saying that some animators, they don't listen to music so as to concentrate, because it's a very sort of process, like very concentration heavy sort of skill to have. I don't know how that translates with other people, if they like to listen to music while they animate or do stuff. I don't know. All I know is that I feel very out of place right now. 9:45. Let's start knocking this out. No, I'm really not liking these eyes, to be perfectly honest with you. So let's just get rid of them. Let's just say bloody toodaloo. And away you go. And I'm in a bad habit with zooming in and out. But what are you going to do? So let's see if the eyes can do something like that. That looks a little bit more appealing, I guess. Bam, bam. All right. I'm really enjoying these challenges. I don't know if you guys are enjoying them as much as I am, but I am really enjoying them. He's looking a bit boss-eyed here, so we'll just sort of scooch him over this way. Whoop. And they also, from a content perspective, they do help, because I've been making some reels off of some concepts that we sort of talked about in stream, which is good, which is efficient, which is smart with my time, instead of thinking I have to create brand new stuff all the time and redo things that I've already done. which is super helpful for situations like next week when I'm not going to be able to do much. What do we got? 7:23. Ear there, bam, 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 bam. Yeah, this eye. Eyes, sometimes they just click. Oftentimes, they need some persuasion. All right, so then we'd have the lid maybe coming down here. Oh, it's good just to sit down and draw though, I tell you what. It's been a busy day. Running all about the place, getting the materials ready for the mold making. Get the brow down. Now the eyes still kind of look out of whack. This eye is way too inward. So what have we got? I've got 5 minutes. Got plenty of time. Let's tweak. Let's play. Bam, bam, bam. Then better. All right, let's add a bit of shadow under there just for some clarity. Got some of his cloth happening here. Yep, agreed. You feel like his cheekbones need more emphasis. 1,000 bazillion % agreed. Let's cheekboneify him up. Just like bam, bam. There you go. No, not that much. The way to emphasize might not necessarily be to make them bigger, but suck them in a little bit. So what I might do is just like a few of these little experiments. Then we might refine one a little bit. And then we will give sculpting a go. How far we get with sculpting, I do not know. We will see. This reminds me of what's the Star Wars one? You know what I'm talking about. I know someone here knows what you do. Watch your tablet kind 3 times, one more time, and we're going to have to say goodbye to you, ZXZ. It's fine to have a question, but no spamming, please. And it's in the description. Anakin, all right, ZXC. Unfortunately, my friend, you will be no longer on this channel. But I've still got to, at 3 minutes, we will part ways. I wish you the best of luck. Yeah, it's what you call it? Yeah, not Anakin. Mate, no, like the Star Wars, it's like the animated series, if you know what I'm talking about. It gives me those kind of vibes. I can't remember what it's actually called, but just like the shape sort of language. Gives me that kind of vibe. What do we got? 2 minutes 10. What else can we do with it? I could knock it. What do we think? Ezra from Rebels. Is it Rebels? Maybe. I'm not sure. I've not watched it. I only know the art, like, can sort of picture the art style. Clone Wars. That's the one. Yeah, it gives me that kind of vibe. This would be fun to clean up. So it's a candidate, may or may not. ZXC. Thank you. The tablet's in the description. Just got to keep it respectful in chat. Stylized Iron Man. Let's have one of his like hair bits going down this way maybe. All right, 26. That felt a little, I don't know, maybe I've been doing 5 minutes for too long. Like 5 minute like quick sketches. I felt like ample time just to get the idea down, because that's all this is trying to do as I ran out of time. All right. How did we go? Let's catch up with chat. Vitik Tikash, hello, welcome. Do I have any tips for shading? Not where to place them, but how to pick the colors. I try methods in the videos you made, but they always look kind of bad. Not where to place them, but how to pick the colors with shading. It's a pretty broad question, and they kind of go hand in hand. Unfortunately, we're doing more line work stuff this stream. Hopefully next stream I can answer some questions around shading, if that's okay. My heads and line tutorials helped you understand the line weight better. I've studied Hade's art style with it, and now I'm happier than ever. That's fantastic. That's awesome. Mark of art. What's happening, man? How are you? You've never seen me in daylight. Well, ta-da. Just for you, my friend. Never seen Ben without his pet or his hat. Glenn Frio, yeah, XP pen's cool. Got no real complaints. I haven't used their Wacom for over a decade and a bit, so there would be no comparison that I could make. Master of the Eyes was so tough for me. Me too, my friend. Me too. All right, so we got one down. We got one idea. That could be a candidate to sculpt. We shall see. All right, I feel naked. I need a hat. All right, Old Faithful's coming back. the pee out. Oh. Better. All right, so choose another. No. I'll do one with and one without. Oh, let's have a look at this dude. Yeah, let's look at Grumpy Pants over here. All right. Give everyone, what, yeah, let's say another minute to readjust. Let's get me off of the half screen. I couldn't go live to Instagram today either. I don't know why. It's my thinking cap, that's right. Catch you later, Glenn. Yeah, my pleasure. Alicio, how do I reconciliate shadow shape design with the actual form? Like, what comes first? For me, form... For me, oftentimes I'm thinking about form first, because then, because without the form, there's no shadow to cast, if that makes sense. Unless I'm sort of studying and looking at the graphic 2D shapes, and if there's like a big shadow, I might look at that shadow shape first, for example. But when I'm inventing stuff, it's oftentimes the form that I'm thinking about first, if that makes sense. All right, let's have a whirl with old mate pointy ears. All right, emojis in the chat, and we'll get cracking. Let's do 10 minutes. It's a bit much for just getting the idea down, if you know what I mean. All right, 10 minutes on the clock. Beautiful, dazzling, appreciated. Puke heart, beautiful. Tony, that's good enough for me. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Bada bing. All right, head direction. Let's think. So what I'm seeing this. Round top. Square-ish jaw. And we can add the goatee and stuff in later. But I do want to stylize this a lot. So I don't want to go too close to the reference, but I'm using it kind of as a guide. All right, so he's very stern looking. All right, then we can add an indication of the beard and whatnot. And maybe we make his neck even bigger. All right, so he's kind of got his shoulder kind of coming out this way. And then his sternum. All right, so we've got a base here, which is cool. I like it very much. All right, if we look at where the ears would go, his ear would probably be about there maybe. On the other side, who knows? It's all make-believe. It'll find its place. Let's find the beard. Well, let's have him looking somewhere instead of just off into the nothingness. So even those two simple lines, just bam, 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 can do wonders. And what I'm thinking about here as well, you've probably heard of like the mask of the face. I'm kind of thinking about that. I'm taking it one step further and connecting that to the cranium, or the head, the upper head part. let's see if we can, whoa. Yeah, this is going to need some tweaking, but that's what we're here for, to learn, to try new stuff out. What have we got? 6. Now these eyebrows as well. These are going to be wrapping around. Oh, I don't like these eyes. These are going to be wrapping around that sort of mask shape, right? And the cranium here, so they're going to go back in perspective, which is going to give them that kind of 3D look versus just sort of plastered on the face. So let's try this. I don't hate those eyes. They're kind of cool. We'll try them on. We've got the magical undo button, so we can do whatever we want. After all, these are just bloody pixels. Don't stress about it. Or if it's just pigment or pencil, lead, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, really, really doesn't matter. But it also matters a lot. But it also doesn't really matter. I wish I could have told myself when I was younger. I probably wouldn't have listened to myself. But getting all uptight and frustrated does not do you any good. It's not going to make the situation better by being all shitty and annoyed. So just make the fact that we're doing some study the win, not the outcome. Why I'm getting all philosophical right now, maybe I'm getting frustrated and I need myself to talk myself through this session. I don't know, sorry guys. I'm just trying to feel the silence because there's no music. I don't know why, but oh well. Okay, so he's pretty. I also want to try eventually see if we can break down other artists' styles like on stream and see if we can just sort of understand what they're thinking, how they're going about doing certain things, and then translating it on our own work. I reckon that'd be cool. All right, what do we got? 3 minutes. Shit. All right. I might just do this. Probably a terrible idea. But it's going to make me see, or help me see a bit clearer. Okay, so this here. Let's have that come over there. The eye. Looking off this way. And then maybe the beard pokes out here a little bit. Oh, now we're on time crunch. Just going to poke out a little bit here. I always find the second pass looks so much better than the first. He's kind of looking like my dad. If you knew my dad, it's just looking like my dad. Oh, if I've got a photo, I'll show you. I don't know if Dad watches the streams often. So does Mum. So you'll have a laugh at this. This is turning out to I've drawn John. Because he's got this goatee. It's his staple. Man, that ear is not right. What have we got time-wise? Oh, shit, 22 seconds. All right. It's getting real. Yep, stop. All right, so I've drawn my dad with pointy ears. Fair enough. You never know what's going to happen. Okay. So that's concept 2. Let's go third one. Florian, hello Ben, I'm watching you from France and I love what you do. Oh, thank you so much, Florian. That's pretty cool. LLA drawing with me right now. Awesome. Zeno, welcome. Toki, great to have you. Faha, good to have you. Soko, good morning. Just a little question. Have I ever used Illustrator like vector art? I love your content, by the way. Thank you. Yes. I used it a lot for my previous work that I was doing in user interface design. Call me Shads. Yeah. Doing some critiques is going to be cool as well. I'm struggling to draw with the eyes, with the expression, the iris, the stare always kind of weird in the end. I don't know. If the stare is kind of weird, give this a whirl. I have them looking in a direction. That's like a good, and yes, I'm definitely going to use this opportunity to fix my eyes for a teaching moment. So if we think about, at least in this scenario, eyes you can do also, you can make them like huge, you can do whatever you want. But I like to have placeholders, right? Just throwing them in there, giving me now a playground to have him look whatever which way. He could be looking down, right? But they've got to be consistent. Both eyes have to be consistent. If one's looking off this way, you could do that for like a character effect, like he's a little bit out there, right? you know, like he's pretty, like he kind of looks like a goat now. So he has like goat horns, right? But we've got to keep it consistent as if it's on the same sort of position on the sphere or very similar. It's not going to be exact, right? And I always like to have them looking in a direction, like having them just stare. Could be a story moment, like he's just sort of staring, he's contemplating his goblin life, right? What has he become? But that's why you always see me do these spheres, right? They're just a real good placeholder to then understand, okay, maybe let's have him looking up a little bit, like he's kind of pissed off at someone up here. See how that changes it ever so slightly, and it gives a little bit of story into the expression as well, instead of just looking randomly in a direction. Like maybe he's kind of got his eyebrow raised now, right? And he's kind of like, At least this helps me. Again, there's no right or wrong with any of this stuff. That's just one little tip that will hopefully help you out. See, you know, I should tweak this because this looks a little bit too small. Like this doesn't look right, so I'll bring it down just a smidge. Right, now we've got some direction of the eye. Not perfect, but we could do some tweaking there to make it feel better. What's the next video called if you have decided to share the name already? I've got 2 videos coming out soon. I've got one that's a collaboration with someone in the 3D art space. I'll let your mind wander on that one. And another is another one of my own. But I don't know the name of them yet. You'll have to wait and see. And so will I, because I don't know the name of them yet. All right, let's grab another one, and then let's make this our last one, and let's get to sculpting, hey? What about this dude? Oh, I've only got a few in here. I don't really want to double up on ones that I've done before, but doesn't mean that I have to draw them the same. What about this guy with his beard? I'm liking this playfulness. Let's try that. Toki, you've just moved to Spain and now most of your streams are very late at night. Oh, my apologies, Toki. That sucks. I mean, it's cool that you moved to Spain. Can I please make a tutorial on painting and rendering? I don't understand it at all. Akira. Yeah, definitely. Prethav. Yeah, I'll use reference if I was going to create a body for him. Definitely. I mean, I could start just from like understanding a little bit about form and shape, right? You could start to think about the chest as sort of like a plate of armor almost, and then you could come down and then add his lats and shoulder in here and that kind of thing. But if I was going to do it, I would probably use reference, unless I was trying to practice understanding 3D forms and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that would be definitely a good thing to do. It's interesting, I'm having the same questions myself as I'm trying to learn animation. Like I find myself capturing, like catching myself as I'm watching a tutorial being like, oh, should I use reference, or should I try and figure this all out on my own? And then I've just got to be like, stop, use reference, don't be stupid. Hunter. I played the 5th. I don't think we have the 5th here in Australia. We have some, whatever. If I was in America, I'd plead the 5th. Whenever you draw, you're usually pretty good with copying references, but applying that to drawings of my own is so hard. Not sure how to get better at that. All right. One quick tip before we get into this next one. The way I like to think of it, it was a big swap for me because that's all I used to do. I used to just copy reference, and that was it, just one-to-one and see how close I could get. When you're doing this sort of stuff, you're inventing shapes. So getting really, really used to 3D shapes and manipulating them however which way that you want is going to help you greatly with this kind of stuff, right? That's why I can just go and throw some horns on this guy, because I understand the 3D forms of where the horns would kind of sit, you know? And I have to choose a very tricky bloody 3D form, but you know what I mean, right? Without that, I'd be kind of stuck with the reference. I'd be like, shit, there's no horns. Where do I put them? Blah, 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 blah. What I'm thinking about, I'm not even thinking about them as horns. I'm thinking about them as sort of like tubes, right? Cylinders. Same deal. We could just do a simple kind of horn. And how would that connect to this 3D shape? Not his forehead. I'm thinking about it as just a 3D shape. Right? How does that connect? This is going to be facing us here. That's going to be facing away a little bit. Right? Same deal. This guy looks like a like a guy in Narnia. Yep. I actually like him with the horns. Maybe we do the horns if we sculpt him. All right. Enough jibber jabber. Lotus, we are actually live. All right, I'll get back to chat after this next session. We need some emojis in the chat to let me know that we're ready to go. I don't want to start without you. It's a team sport. We'll reset. 10 minutes on the clock. We've got to make an interesting guy with a beard looking off to the distance. In the distance, not to the distance. Oh, dazzling. LLA, Marsa, Tony. Oh, we're ready to go. Stop. 3, 2, 1. Bam. Okay, let's see if we can go away from this reference. Like if I can maybe do more of a circular face and then add in these shapes somehow. I don't know, maybe that was a huge mistake. But who cares? I mean, I am streaming in front of people, but I'm used to that. For you playing at home, who cares? If it messes up, it messes up. You've got 10 minutes. You've always got that to be the excuse. It's like, oh, it's 10 minutes. What do you expect? We're not going for masterpieces here. Right. He's looking like the bloody Pringles can. Damn. All right, 8 minutes. Now, This could or could not be a complete failure. This could turn out to be a fantastic character idea. Probably not. You never know. I've got a hunch, but all right, let's make his beard cool. Let's knock him down. You know what, I'm not even going to bother with the reference anymore. I'm not going to look at it. Let's create something. As I just looked at the reference. I lied. What are you going to do? Now all this zooming in and out, that's really just a bad habit. That is just a bad habit. I don't need to be zoomed in this much. But I want to be. All right, let's think about this is a 3D form. Going back in space, right? Even this, these little moustaches, they are a three-dimensional form and they should be treated as so. They matter. All right, let's have a look. 5 minutes. Okay, let's get... They look like my eyes. That's a compliment or a troll. And I'm going to give him tiny little glasses. Tiny little impractical glasses that make no sense at all. Maybe I should finish off his face first. Alright, got his mutton chops that could like sort of flick out here. Maybe give him some old vibes with this. What are those liver spots? So I'm kind of slowing down, right? I'm not like trying to draw super fast. I'm just thinking, throwing the stroke down and seeing where it takes me. Flippity-doo-dah. Hair sort of coming at the back there. Maybe we do some flyaway hairs. Maybe he's got a few of these bad boys going on. What have we got? 3 minutes. Okay. Let's make this more volumetric. Yeah, he for sure needs glasses. Like, of all the characters, this dude needs somebody. Spectacles. What about like big old ones? That kind of looks cool, but also stupid. We'll just keep it. Keep it kind of tame, I guess. Until we turn them into goggles. Bam, 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 bam. All right, let's finish off, old mate. A bit of shadow under his chin there. Finish off the ear. Let's. Yeah, this needs some more thought. The back of his head and hair. His schnoz. 43 seconds. How we all doing? Hope we're all keeping sane, not stressing. Maybe he's wearing, I don't know what he's wearing. Could be anything, to be honest. He looks very like philosophical. He's giving me philosophy vibes. Six seconds, plenty of time. Stop. All right, cool. He started off fucking horrible, but he ended up in a place that I don't hate. All right, let's catch up with chats. D-Boy Art, I know your video edit takes a huge time. Unfortunately, it does, but I'm getting better at that, and I have plans to get people on board to help me with editing, so I hope that's going to help me pump stuff out faster. But I'm just curious, when will the next video drop? Well, I've got a hard deadline on one of the videos, on the collaboration video, which is the 19th of October. So that is coming out on that day, 1000%. When the other one's coming out, it's either going to come out before that or after that. Unknown. The video, I just want to put out good videos, you know, and they take time, unfortunately. You got to sculpt the big guy. That would be perfect. I'm thinking that. We'll see. Oh, Artista Tiago, welcome. I should do Dumbledore to pay homage to him. Let's raise our wands. Dylan, how you doing? Playboy, learned a lot from your stylized head video the other day. Thanks for breaking down the skull mannequin with those with nose form. Keep up the good work. Thank you. That's awesome. That's so good to hear. Is this AI art? Yep. What about half moon ones? Like he's peering at you over the top. Goggles are way cool. Yeah, could do goggles. Shadow Boy or Shadow By, welcome. Yellow, great to have you. Yeah, I like the hair. Very like shapy sort of vibes. Could I stream more often at times like this? Your streams are always at 3 a.m. for me. I love your work. Kiara, thank you so much. Yeah, I want to do more streams. And I think if I'm going to do more streams, they're going to be in different time zones just to sort of share it around a little bit. So definitely. All right. Blended time, baby. So who do we choose? All right. So we've got, I want some audience participation on this. We've got 1, we've got 2, and we've got 3. I'll give you all a minute and a half to show me in chat. I'm going to have to count them. I'll get a gist. It might not be perfect if it's like neck and neck, but give us 1, 2, or 3 in chat of what you would like to see sculpted, or at least the start of sculpting. I don't know how long I'm going to go because it's 10:30 p.m. here. 11111. Artistic, great to have you. 3, grandpa. Well, I'm seeing grandpa a lot. 1, 3, 4, April Moops. Does this mean you don't like any of them? All right, let's do 1 then. 1 seems to be the winner. How much time does it take sculpting? It depends. It's not going to be a perfect sculpt by any means, but I just want to get some practice in, you know. So let's crack it open. And you guys can feel free to sculpt anything you want. It's completely up to you. All right. Before we get stuck into this, let me just grab a drink. I'm so unorganized today. So spur of the moment. All right. Lumoro hihi or Lumorehe. Lumo Lumorehe. Greetings from Brazil. Hello. Welcome. But how will I sculpt the glasses though? Stay tuned. And we'll figure that out after this break. Wait, hold on. Stay. Back in 5. All right. All right, we're back. Pepsi Max. Oh yeah. All right. going. I really wish I had bloody music, but I hope the music that you have on is joyous and beautiful. Joyous and beautiful. Who am I? All right. Divya, hey Ben, this is D. I follow your work. It's inspiring. Love your stylization. I like to experiment with the ideas in my art too. Every time I learn something from your work. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Divya. Great to have you. Okay, now this is probably going to be tricky. I'm a little rusty, I must say, with sculpting. But what we can do, and feel free to keep drawing as well. Like you do whatever you want. But this is the focus from now. We've got three whatever you call it, concepts. Let's start. Now, we might not finish this. We might not finish. We're definitely not going to finish it. Let's just say that for certain. But we'll see how far we can get, you know. All right. So just starting off with a sphere. Let's sculpt mode. All right, let's get the basic shape now. I've got to throw on. Where is my symmetry? It's going to be on the x-axis. Yes, beautiful. All right. So this is how I'm just going to start. Just with a head shape. Simple head shape. Ari Art Animations, welcome. So I'm just going to slowly but surely. Gee, what on earth is going on? Oh, did I turn off mirroring? Ay, Dios mío. Mirroring, that's what I want. Okay. All right, note to self, when you control Z, it removes the settings that you put on as well. Okay, back to it. Catch you later, Glenn. You have a good one. Okay, so I'm just going to speed sculpt, I guess, is what you may call this. Now I want to grab the eye sockets. Warm-up sticker, thank you, Mark. My producer here, Mark. Thank you, sir. And probably stop. Doesn't make much sense anymore. All right, so I'm just making room for the sockets. Let's see if we can get something. So there's going to be a few elements that I'm going to tack on here, right? Let's add on another element. A cylinder for the neck. Obviously. Might not be so obvious. Who knows? All right, so we're going to, no, not hide. How do I undo hide? Thank you. See, I'm kind of still newbie at Blender sometimes. For a lot of it, I'm still very, very noob. Okay. So just getting the real, like it's going to look jank as anything. It's going to look so weird. And no promises that it's ever going to get out of this way. But I tend to find there is a stage of ugliness or the awkward stage no matter what project that I'm working on, whether it's painting, whether it's sculpting, whether it's coding. There is a stage of awkward. All right, let's add some ears in. Rotate, old mate. Bam. Rotate on the Z. Shabang. Local. Scale on the Z. Bam. No. Go back to global. Now this is just muscle memory with this sort of stuff. I didn't I've just used those particular commands so many times. So if you're not used to this. Same with, there's only a very small portion that I use of Blender. This mirroring is super helpful. Now we've got two ears. Sculpting always has the worst ugly stage. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. And in the real life, like the in-person real life sculpting is even worse, because you're like, far out, this took me like how long, and this is where I've gotten to. This is like such a luxury since doing more of the sort of in-person sculpting. It's so nice just to be able to push this stuff around as fast as I want. Okay, let's go scale. No, we're going to go local. We're going to go scale on the, no, scale on the Y. Cool. Now that gives us that kind of ear sort of shape. Scale them down. And we come here. Bam. Now this might not be, let's say, as it is to me, but like as interesting, say, as like a quick sketch or something like that. But depending on how good we do, we could get something pretty cool looking that we can use as a study tool as well. So let's subdivision surface this guy. Let's go about that. Bam, bam. Undo height equals Option H. Legend. Thank you, Mark. Shout out to my producer. Okay. So now it just looks like a clown at the moment, but what we can do, because we've separated some of these out, we can easily start molding and shaping this nose and how it will actually fit on the face. All right, we can sort of remesh as needed. All right, and I think it's this one, yep. Now you can see, even that, you can see that he's angry or like annoyed. All right, so you can start to see really early on. Now let's add a, shit, there's a lot of elements here. You've given me a tricky one. The beard, let's just add a UV sphere, keep it fast and simple. Let's go here, sculpt mode. And let's start adding this beard. All right, so all I'm doing is just pushing around this quote unquote clay to sort of better represent that shape. Now let's, IB, my apologies. What's another way to say now? Sorry, IB. For some reason, like Siri with my Apple Watch, if I hop in the shower with my Apple Watch on, the sound of the water sets off Siri. So it sounds like apparently sounds like a million people saying, "Hey Siri." Sorry if anyone has Siri on at the moment. Which is very frustrating. Okay, let's do the same thing for one side of the beard, all right? Because you've got the one side of the mustache. So let's sculpt, flick him around here. Let's keep it on the x-axis. Dan, Adelaide, that's where I am. Welcome, fellow Adelaidean. What a coincidence. All right, so then we can... what am I looking to do here? Let's turn off. So we've got this base here, right? Yeah, man. Adelaide boy my whole life. That's cool. We got Adelaide representing. In the chat. All right, so what we can do with this here, we can then go mirror. I can't see mirror. Where's mirror? I'm losing my mind. Mirror. Oh, yeah. Alice, we've got podcasts in the bank. We've got podcasts in the bank. It's just editing them and putting them out there. We've still been doing them. Oh, he's working at CDW. Awesome. I did a workshop there a little bit ago. Yeah, I couldn't do the teaching this time around. It just got a bit too busy, but potentially in the future, we'll see how we go. I was just swamped and I couldn't do teaching this term. But I did do a workshop, which was fun. All right, so we've got the simple shapes here. Oh, we need his hair. What were you doing at CDW, Dan? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, Alice, that's awesome. Misha in the house. Everyone, if you want to learn about VizDev, I didn't know what the fuck VizDev was for the longest time, right? Misha is a fantastic resource for figuring out and learning about VizDev. He's worked for all the people that you know and love. Misha, you can tell people about that because I don't want to talk out of school, but basically all the top people, he's worked for him. So go check him out if you're into VizDev work. He's a fantastic artist and highly, highly recommend his content. But at least Ben is here 6 a.m. Don't want to be awake. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, it's 10:50 here. But no, I mean it, man. I've been putting on your some of your podcasts or like your YouTube videos in the background. It's really, really good stuff. He's also got a Discord I recommend you checking out as well. All right, so I'm kind of like breaking things up just into chunks, right? And then we can get all finicky with the deets. And you got a free 10-week VizDev course on your YouTube. Look, check out the playlist on YouTube. Gives you all you need to know. He looks so emo. He looks very hipster, like hipster grandpa. Don't hate it. All right, and then I'm going to mirror this one as well. The character, yeah, I know. I hope I don't look emo. I'm quite happy. I'm glad to get a stream out, definitely. You're teaching VFX and working as a senior 3D artist. You're at RSP now working as a modeler. Oh, awesome, man. Yeah, nah, Shane's wicked. Shane is wicked. I've got to do some collabs with him in the future. Because, yeah, I want to do all the things, though. That's the annoying part. I want to do animation, 2D animation. I want to get better at this 3D stuff. All right, I want to do bloody everything. But I'll get there. But no, Shane's wicked. So were you watching some of his streams? Because, yeah, he's used a couple of some concepts that I've done on his ZBrush streams. Cool guy as well. So this is just a real good way to just get some stuff on the thing. Really, the Pepsi Max is coming back on me. Just to get some stuff here. Get some stuff down. Let's add some eyes as well. Now, as the time goes on, and as I see all the work that needs to be done, I'm getting less and less confident as to how far along we're going to get with this, but we will try. We will do our best. Renata, you are. Welcome. Great to have you. Okay, let's mirror this bad boy. Dan, oh cool, so you're one of the students of his course. Fantastic. Yeah, I can't get enough of the stylized stuff. Because it's deceptively simple looking. But to do it is a fucking pain in the ass. Not a pain in the ass. That felt like that sounded bad, like I don't enjoy it. I love doing it. But it is tricky. Trickier than, say, like realism, I personally think. But it depends on what you're doing, though. Realism in 3D is freaking tricky as well. But at least with painting, let's say, something that I'm more familiar with. All right, let's start just moving things around. Now, I haven't actually sculpted, quote unquote. Sculpting, texturing, and 3D animation is extremely fun. One annoying process is rigging. Bloody hate it. I've not got into that. Not yet, anyway. I might like it. I just feel the thing that annoys me is like UV stuff. And like texturing and that kind of thing. I feel like that's a good candidate for AI. Some people enjoy it, but just like UV unwrapping stuff and just having good topology, you know? I think AI should automate crap. Retopology, that's what it's called, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, retopology is a pain in the fucking ass. So you're taking all the time to do the sculpt and then you're just like, I just want to color it. I just want to color it and be done with it. I don't want to fucking... I mean, you can do vector, voxel painting and all that kind of fun stuff. But that also has its pros and cons. All right, let's start. Hell topology. I feel the consensus is similar in chat. As a somewhat of an outsider to the 3D world, I thought that could have just been me being annoying. All right, let's think. Let's see what we've got here. Let's up the, whoa, no thank you. Look at that. Back to sculpting. Let's up the subdivisions. Then we might want to start sculpting. Yoshi, off the top of my head, there's some good ones. There's some really, really good ones. Maybe I'll throw them in the Discord after if I remember. But basically, it's let me just yeah, I'll just quickly. There is a really good one just to get started, just to give you the basics. Under sculpting, I know it by the whatever it is. The thumbnail. This one. That's a really good one. Lumori, I will still be streaming for the next 30 minutes or longer than 30 minutes. Yeah, dazzling. It is. There isn't a very clear workflow, is it? That's what I'm. That's what I've found. Whoop, where's my? There we go. It's kind of like all over the place. You can do it in all these different places, but it's like, all right, what's the quote unquote like correct way to do it? Nobody knows. Okay. Now let's see if we can situate these eyes. All right, let's start doing some actual bloody sculpting, shall we? Instead of just pushing this stuff around. What do we think? Let's just do clay strips. Whoa, hello. Let's even just see if we can get some of the planes working. I mean, that just gave some automatic like dimension. Right, I also love the crease brush. Crease brush is nice because if you invert it, then you can get like a nice crease to kind of make some of these planes a little bit clearer and then smooth them back down. Crease brush is very nice. This nose has got to be scooched. A lot and scaled back. Let's give us a little bit more topology to start working with. So even that, we can do that. Bam, now we got like a nose that somewhat resembles the concept in a way. I wish someone would post more of their workflow for different models on that stuff. Yeah. Agreed. Here. Let's grab the mustaches. All right, they're going to be way smaller. Okay, something's happening. I don't know what it is. Something's happening. Do I like it? Not really. Will I like it? That's the goal. Prasav. Not as of late, and I do wonder if that's because I've mentioned that I'm not looking to do that. But I'm not. But my goal isn't to target those offers though. If I was going to target those offers, I would be posting a lot different kind of content, if that makes sense. A lot different kind of content. Come on, Ben. You're better than that. See, I'm thinking here about the 3D forms and how even the beard is going to have the ins and the outs. The sort of that kind of vibe. That feels a little more. We can even use Leska. I know this is a very hard skill to learn, but it looks really fun. It is really fun. That's why I keep doing it. Because it is so much fun. I don't need to do this for my job or anything like that. I make content for a living. I mean, this is kind of what I'm doing at the moment. I'm making content and blah, blah, blah. But I do it because it is so much fun. And it got me into real life sculpting as well. And I think when it comes to content, if you're doing stuff that you thoroughly enjoy, it kind of comes across a little bit as well. Because I'm trying to get better at it at the same time. And it's kind of like, yeah, come join me do a thing that I'd be doing anyway. Okay. Something along those lines. I can see the nose coming out a little bit more. Like that. Whoa. I also need to stay up a little bit later tonight as well. So this is going to help a little bit with that. But I can't stay for too long. Okay, we've got a base. Now, let's up the topology. Let's use the scrape tool. Give myself some planes here. Right, come here, up the topology of the face. And then retopologize, thank you much. Lee, and scrape. Scrape. Scrape tool's sick as well. Scrape tool's really good. I might actually get the ears feeling somewhat in the ballpark. So how do I hide everything? No. What is it? Command I? No, that's select everything. Hide everything but the... No. Command Shift H? No, that hides all my stuff. How do I isolate this? I'm pretty sure it's like /. That's the one. Legend. Appreciate you, Dan. All right, so I'm going to try something here. Let's, how do I do this? This is where I just got to muscle memory it. Apply, rotation in scale. Let's retopologize to that, maybe even a little more. And let's use masks to do some stuff on the ears. Let's grab our thing. So we've got that kind of stylized ear going. What? Can't. I want to. Got to use a scroll. Or can I just? There we go. All right. Mask. Where's mask? Box mask. No, I would like lasso mask. So this is going to be rough. Rough as guts, right? You know it's rough. I don't know where the fucking... Or is it on this ear? Where's the mask? Hello? Where? That sucks. Maybe. Does it have to do with the modifier? If it yes. Okay, so the modifier's on. It's not going to let me. Okay, that's annoying, but maybe if we keep the modifier, but then we disable it in the viewport, is that going to fuck me around? No, cool. Okay, so the plan. Let's have a look here. Something like that. That'll do, I guess. Something like that. Now, invert. I cannot remember. Okay, that's how you do it. Now, all we got to do is just grab this and go. Trevor. I'm live when you're alive. Technically, that's all the time, whenever I go live. But great to have you. Oh, we've got an issue. It's a doozy. A doozy. Who am I? We want front faces only. All right, this is going to mess us up. Then invert the mask. Let's come here. Scooch that bad boy in. Whoa, no, in this way. This is probably not the best way to do it, but it's how I'm doing it. Sue me. No, don't. All right. So then mask, clear mask. How do I get everyone back? Okay, cool. So now we've got an ear-ish. Right, retopologize. We got something working. Then we can come here, scooch the hair out the way. We can do something better with the hair soon. Let's add that little ear bobble thing that I like to do. Scale him down, scooch him over, place him where I want him, squish him about to about that, flat as a pancake, and then that'll do. This is not the most efficient way to do it, but it's working. We're doing stuff. All right, that'll do. Just to get the ear. It needs to be a lot smaller actually, but that's fine. Then what we can do, we come here, turn that one back on. Let's add the mirror modifier to this bloke. Come here. Now we've got the two ears. Bada bing, bada boom. We're cooking with gas. It's all happening. Now I might even add some eyebrows. So I haven't even touched the eyes yet. So I might get this to a certain point and then finish it next stream. So I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this. Maybe we do the mask thing again, but we do something cool with the mask. We come here. We give us some depth. Not depth, wrong. Voxels. Give us some resolution. Then I'm going to come here. No. I'm going to use the mask to add the indication of an eyebrow. Great. Thank you for that. All right, now we've got some eyebrows. Then what we can do extract. Or is it mask extract? Thank you. Yes. Threshold. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Project to sculpt. Extract as solid. Okay, now we did that. Now we've got some eyebrows that are jank, but they're there, so it gives us something to work with. Trevor, yeah, it's Prashan, welcome. Trevor, yeah, a lot of the principles are very, very similar to drawing, right? Keeping the these look very simple shapes, right? These are very, very, very simple shapes. Keeping them as simple as possible for as long as possible until we need to get more detailed, you know? That's the name of the game here. Because as soon as you get really detailed with stuff, but mind you, if it's like more of a sketch, then you can kind of do whatever you want. I mean, you can do whatever you want anyway. But I would prefer to go this route. And there's so many overlaps with sculpting and painting and drawing. It's fantastic. All right, so see, I'm just separating that hair piece out. I almost think a more user-friendly way of getting started with this stuff is Nomad Sculpt if you've got an iPad. Highly recommend checking that out. Okay, let's get this guy. Let's fill in these gaps. But it does take a while to get used to. But the way that I saw it when I first started, and what allowed me to sort of throw a chunk of time into figuring it out, is that getting familiar, even just a little bit, just a working understanding of, say, Blender. Now you've got a lighting sandbox. Now you can come in and learn to see 3D more clearly. You can learn lighting principles at your fingertips where something might not make sense. You can then go and double check it. Like if I put this shape, if I put a shape here and I put another shape here and then I lit it like this with this colored light, what is it going to look like? You can get that answer or something close to it. So it can really speed up that understanding of stuff as well. Let's get the eyes feeling better because we're kind of losing it with the eyes at the moment. All right, so he's looking a bit weird, but that's kind of to be expected until he doesn't, you know. So what I do want to do, and one really interesting, I can't remember where I heard this, but with what is it? How to Train Your Dragon. With the eyes The eyes are so big that they actually crossed over on the dragon. I can't remember, Toothless, I think. The eyes were actually so big in the dragon's head that they crossed over, and they had to like do a rig to like figure out how to have the eyes work. Like they figured it out. So that's why I'm not afraid to like cross the eyes over, particularly because at least what I don't want here is actually seeing like a really, really spherical eye popping out here, you know? It's not going to quite look right. It's not going to have the, I don't know, the look I'm going for lack of a better word. So let's rotate here. And what I like to do is utilize the sphere. Now, see how we've got like kind of an expression already just using the topology of the thingamajiggy. You see what I mean? So let's grab all of these guys. Let's flatten them out. So let's scale on the y-axis. Flatten them out. Scooch them back just a smidge. Right. And then let's grab these. Scooch them back. Again, I've learnt these shortcuts over many, many hours. So don't think that it's just sort of happens. All right, so now we've got the front look. All right, and then we can figure out how we can get depth. Now we've got some eyes, which is going to help us a lot with the character style. Then we can come back here, sculpt mode. I'm finding with no music, I'm forcing myself to talk more, and I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Or like I feel like I have to fill the blank or the empty spaces. Oh no, the mask is still on. Shit. Clear mask. Clear mask, okay. Whew. Let's undo. Let's get rid of the eyebrows just for now. Mask, clear mask. Yeah, that's fine. We'll redo those. Now, I want to think about this skull. And because it's such a kind of loose sort of concept, we've got a lot of like wiggle room with how we might want things to look. And like how far in does this go versus the like the bridge, you know, how far in does that go? How does that connect to the nose? All right, so we've got all these questions that we need answering. Looks like Santa. Yeah, it definitely looks like Santa. Not what we're going for. Yeah, just not what we're going for, but we'll we'll get there. This might have to be over a few streams, so you guys get the ugly stage version of him at the moment, or the awkward stage. Let's say the ugly stage seems a bit harsh. All right, let's start. And the cool thing is you can just draw on the model, which is sick. let's add some eyelids. What's going to be the best way to do some eyelids? Let's just do it the way that's the fastest. UV sphere, flick him around, rotate on the X. Wrong. We don't need to rotate him on the X. Let's come here. Let's go X-ray mode. Bam, bam. Delete faces. Thank you. Object mode. Edit mode. I'm so doing this the long way, but it'll work. Hopefully. Remove X-ray mode. Now he has a hat. No, he doesn't. Now we come here and we've just got to do a bit of placement. There's going to be a little bit of finagling. No. Rotate on the X. All right, so now we've got kind of indication of an eyelid. We can wrap it around a little bit more if needed. Then we go into mirror over to the other side. Now we've got two, and then what we can do is we can duplicate this by doing that and then rotating it around underneath. Then we've got those sort of bottom lids that are going to give a lot of sort of character to the expression. I love the bottom lid. Utilize that bottom lid as much as you can. Because even looking at yourself in the mirror, like when you do expressions, it's not just the top lid that goes. It's a lot of it is like the cheeks and how that affects your whole face. All right, now maybe we spend a bit of time, not edit mode, sculpt mode. See, we're getting a resemblance here to a certain degree. Let's just do something with the hair. Scrape it. Whoa, hold the phone. Incorrect. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Front faces only, I think, is what I need on this brush. Yep. That's probably going to help us out. Let's do some creases, just as like an indication maybe of like the hair direction. Yeah, that's fine. Just for now. The whole back of his head needs... See, I'm like jumping around all over the place. And it's not a bad idea to do that, I've found. Because you start to see what's working, what's not, where you can tweak things as you add more elements. All right, so let's go back to old mate here, back of his head, retopologize. Thank you very much. Come in here and let's draw. So he's got that kind of uptick. Again, simple shapes. This isn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it's giving us that illusion of what it could be in the future at some stage. Probably not today. But we'll get far enough to feel the character out. That's kind of creepy. You know what I mean. All right, let's get some density on this mesh. And let's, oh, maybe not that much actually. Yeah, it does go more down this way. JRJJR. Hello, good evening from, is that Korea? Bloody welcome. You just found the channel yesterday and totally inspired. Oh, fantastic. No, welcome. Great to have you. You've definitely missed something. Yeah, sorry, I got a low res monitor, JRJJR, and I couldn't quite see the emoji. Sorry, I think I've definitely missed something, but are you going to 3D print the characters or use them for game engine? I'm just doing this for fun and practice. No real plans. This is literally, I did this quickly in the stream earlier on, and now we're just using our 2D thinking and sort of translating it over into 3D for practice. Kubra, welcome. CMG, great to have you. I've been doing well. Very busy. Got some deadlines coming up, but good busy. Very, very good busy. Not complaining. How have you been doing? Let's use the pinch brush. Let's increase the resolution and get this nose feeling a little bit more like a nose. Using the crease brush, comes in so clutch so many times. It's just bam, 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 bam. And now we've got a nice nose crease. Just like that. Whoop, the other way, thank you. Cool, we're getting somewhere. Slowly but surely. Let's come here. I think move the eyes back a little bit is going to be best. Now let's go back to this thing, the beard. Increase the resolution and add some squiggly bits just to show that it's more of a stylized beard. Maybe that works, maybe it doesn't. I don't hate it, I don't love it either. I could take or leave it, but it's fine just for now. Actually, yeah, it's cool. I don't hate it. It's all right. I don't know if I'm trying to convince that sounds like I'm not very convinced. Trying to convince myself. That's all right. Okay, let's tackle the mustaches. Let's flatten them out just ever so slightly. Let's give it some more flatness, because this is more stylized after all. So we're just going to scrape it back. We eventually might merge them into one shape, if that's going to make sense. Let's actually go back here. Will I add materials? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. What I would like to add is some of those flyaway hairs on his head. So there was a way that we did this a few streams back that was really, really helpful. Bezier, curve, come here, edit mode, delete that point, nope, delete vertices, Okay, now we're just one vertice, a vertici. Then if we extrude to here, then rotate like this. These are really difficult to work with, the curves and Bezier handles in Blender. I'm not entirely sure why. I would blame the user, probably. I will admit that. Okay, so now we've got this. What we can do with these things, geometry, extrude. No, let's go depth, round. There we go. So then we've just got an indication of some of those flyaway hairs. Resolution, let's go 11, field caps, object, round, profile. What does that do? Yeah, that's fine, because we're just testing out ideas at the moment. So we'll do a couple of these. So we'll also offset them a little bit. So this guy might be here. Let's duplicate this. Let's cross this over. Maybe something like that. And make it taller, maybe. Got to like it when you notice yourself going back to old shading habits, then the new ones you've been working on. Yeah. Yep. That'll happen. Mads Elgard. Hey, checking in for the first time. Welcome. Great to have you. Long-time IG follower. Really respect all of the knowledge you are dropping on there. Ah, that's awesome. That's great to hear. No, I appreciate you following along. Let's do one more, I think, because I like the idea of threes for no other reason. Let's have this maybe like crossing over this way. And then let's make this hair have a bit of a ledge in the back. This is what I'm seeing. I'm just thinking in shapes right now. I'm not even thinking like hair or like particular features. I'm just thinking about shape, because it looks like he's got more of like a ledge back here in the concept, if you know what I mean. You may or may not, if I'm probably unclear with my thoughts, but that's just all part of it. Are you going to understand what Ben says this stream? Who knows? Stay tuned. Right, so now that is feeling a little bit more true to that reference. He's giving me like Robin Williams vibes. What do you reckon? Yeah, he's giving me like, yeah, pretty Robin Williams-y. But no, I appreciate you guys popping in for this very impromptu stream. I just wanted to get something out there knowing that I won't be doing this next week, and I want to keep the consistency up, so doing it a bit earlier. From Good Will Hunting, yeah, that's the one. Yep, definitely, that's the one. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Oh, we could turn it into him. Maybe. Yeah, Yan. I've not got to sharpening it up yet. See, if I was to start sharpening this is how it would start to look. I would really start going in with the crease brush and really like creasing stuff out. That would be a part of the process, definitely. I'm probably just not good enough to hit that first up. I'm sort of doing it in stages, if that makes sense. Wicked smart. Nah, Mrs. Doubtfire, that's it. Oh, hello. Shivan Blender. Yep, working in Blender. Why Blender? Because it's free and it's the only one I've ever used. Yeah, using a stylus. Yep, on a pen tablet. So this is what I do to really make it more shapely. Coming down here with the hair, we could be crazy and join these two and then apply the modifier. Now that's one block of hair. Then we go sculpt mode and then we do this and then bam, this is all one. There's no turning back now. Yeah, so I'd really like, if I was going to do this proper, I think I would like really separate out the strands. But here we're just trying to get a quick idea down, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to add those planes, definitely. Yep, I love the planes. Also his eye sags as well, like his eye sags. His eye bags I've got a little bit of here, and I think there's definitely some sculpting to be done, that's for damn sure. So I've been working today on Plain Jane. I've been going deep into the YouTube rabbit hole of like Gundams, I think, or Gunpla, one of them. Because that's kind of the techniques I have to use to get the sculpt, like, because it's a cast of a sculpt, like a traditional sculpt, to get that to the level that I want. So I've just been priming and sanding and priming and sanding and priming and sanding and spending a ton of money trying to get the right products as I'm testing them out. But I think I'm almost there. Hard surface sculpting, yep, in real life, which is tricky as fuck. Because you think you've got all the things, all the divots and all the things, and then you've got half primer and half like under color of the resin cast, and then you prime the whole thing again, and then it just reveals all the other little holes and imperfections, and then it just rinse and repeat that a million times. But it's very meditative. You just sit down and you just go sandpaper, 400 grit, 600 grit, 1200 grit, and then you start doing the polishing grits. Like it's just a whole new world. But I'm selling this, so I want it to be bloody good. So I'm spending a ton of time getting it to a point where I'm happy with it going out to the public. But now it's been really fun. All right, let's start adding some of these. I reckon I might go for another half hour. How does that sound? See where we can get to. Let's move this cheek down. That feels a bit better, I think. I wish there was a better scrape tool. Pressav, definitely will be selling internationally. I appreciate the support, my friend. Yeah, that's another side of the business I'm starting, is the physical products. Like I'm gonna start doing prints. Start selling that sort of stuff as well. So that's a whole new world of figuring out stuff, which is good fun though. I love it. I can customize brushes. I know that. I just haven't got into it and tried. You know what? I've tried to customize this this sort of scrape brush, but it's just not performing. Like I just want to, as if you have like a credit card, right? And then you could just go shoom, and it just takes strips off of it at the same time. That's what I want. This kind of stops at a certain point. I'm sure, I guarantee someone's made it. I've just got to find it. I also would like to build up a little bit of the brow here, although I don't have that too much in the concept. I like to know that he's just got a bit of a brow there. Helps me sleep at night. And then let's use the crease tool just to add a bit of separation there. Ray, I know. It's a very impromptu stream, but great to have you. Yeah, the flatten, I'm not a fan of the flatten, because even the flatten, right, if I just want to put a plane here, just shoom, plane, it doesn't quite do what I'm after. It kind of builds it up in a weird way. It doesn't just cut it. What I want it is if, like you've got the trim tool here, or the lasso trim. I want it as if you just go and then just cut that out. I'm not going to do that because that has crashed Blender too many times that I like to count. But that kind of thing. Flatten brush is like a square, smooth brush. Yeah. No, don't do that. That'll crash the whole bloody thing. All right, so let's add the pinch. The pinch is fan. I love the pinch tool as well. So then that just really crispens up all of my plane lines. It's just fun. He doesn't really have too much of a plane here on his head. It's quite smooth, so I'm going to keep it that way. Right, we've got here in a fairly quick amount of time. Like I'm pretty happy with it as to where we've gotten to. No, I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Lumore Ihi. How do I say your name? Lumore Hihi. Lumorehe. I'm butchering it. How was the meeting? Now give myself a month. Yep. Lumorehe. There we go. Look at that. All right. So now I'm just. Oh, and I don't have mirroring on, but that's fine. Nothing a little bit of unmirrored stuff can't be good for you. That makes no sense. It's getting late. Yeah, look at that. That's gross. All right. What we can do, how do we do it? I think we come here, edit mode, select it all, mesh, symmetrize. So this is all just, I've had to do this a few times. Nope, symmetrize. Nope, I don't know what one. I just keep going until it looks right. Nope. No. X to Y, no. 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 Huh, there's some weird stuff going on here. I think I might have to rotation and scale this bad boy. Come back, edit mode, select all, mesh, symmetrize. Let's try again. Did that do it? Is that what I want? Yep, that's what I want. It's that one. Thank you very much. Did it do it? No, it didn't, did it? Wait, no, it didn't. Mesh, symmetrize. I really don't need to do this. Don't worry about it. No, not right now. It's fine. Ah, good to hear. Good to hear. Oh no, this is... Yeah, I symmetrized it the wrong way. That's why it didn't work as expected. See, oftentimes I just press buttons until it works the way I want. So no, I don't want it like this. Do I want it like that? No, I want it not like that. I want it X to X. But why is my X off? Oh, do I have the mirror modifier still on? Is that what's janking it up? No? No, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm done. Prashan, good idea. Save. What do we call this? Old mate Robin Williams. Save Blender file. Thank you. Try global orientation. Yeah, I thought I was in global. Or are you talking about, is there another option? Mesh. Symmetrize. Threshold global orientation. I thought I was. Control A, apply all transforms. Control A, rotation and scale. All transforms. Let's just try that. Edit mode. Sorry, guys. Oh. Yep. We got it. We got it. I think. Yep. And then we sculpt mode. And then we retopologize just to get us something to work with. Beautiful. Okay. Back at it again. Now, because I've only got a couple, maybe 10, 15 minutes left. What's the highest value things I can do? Let's add some eyebrows back in. That's what we can do. So let's go sculpt mode. Let's go no. Mask, please. Thank you very much. All right, so we got some, yeah, that'll do, that'll do. Maybe we go mask, smooth mask, no. Oh, I've got a numpad now. Fuck yeah. I've got a new keyboard. I've never had a numpad. So now I can do stuff that I don't know how to do. Invert. Oh, so what is it? Control numpad. Okay. Wrong. Control numpad is not doing what I want it to. Oh, it's command. What on earth? Why is he just flipping around the place? Command 1. No. Command 2. Let's just manually do it. Or is it option? Oh, it's option. You absolute dipshit. There we go. Look, it works. When I know. All right. See how that smoothed that mask out? That's what I'm after. So it's not as... So I'm like sharpening the mask. It's not as janky. So then we go mask. Then we go expand, mask, extract. And let's smooth iterations, threshold. I don't know, let's do that. And then let's do that. And then let's add thickness. Yeah, still no autosave. It's crazy. Crazy town. All right. Let's smooth. The browser. I like how the smooth just does that. I wouldn't have guessed that it would have worked like that, but it does. So now it's like super smooth, which is quite nice. Now let's go back to the nose and crease some stuff. Let's up the topology. Kiara, what is retopology? So basically, I'm not going to explain it very well, but you notice how everything here has like topology, right? If we show the mesh, if I was to use this in animation, it just would crash everything. It's not going to work. So what you do is you retopologize it, meaning that you create a mesh over the top of it that's low, that has less of these little things, right? Called, what are they called? You know what they're called? The geometry bits, like the planes. And then you can transfer the detail of this, say, sculpt, right? If we finish this guy up and we want to use him as an asset, polygon, fuck me, I'm an idiot. You create a new retopologized version, polygon, right? And then what you can do is you can transfer the details of this onto that simple shape using something called baking, which is going to fake, quote unquote, fake the details, but it's still going to keep performant. That is a shit explanation, but that's how I understand it. Lewis Kirk, great to have you. Estella, welcome. Do I like Blender more or real life sculpting? Real life sculpting, there's something about it. There is something about it that this can't compete with. Like if I just want to scrape something and just have it, I just know just from a physical thing, it's going to do the thing that I want it to. You can't beat that. You just can't beat that. And then having the thing in front of you. It takes a hell of a lot longer, that's for sure. But having it there in front of you is just something so satisfying. And you don't have to wait for a print to happen, you know, and it's all that. And it's got that kind of charm to it. Like I want to experiment with different sculpts. Like if I start doing these castings of the sculpts more often, I might just keep them more rustic. Like you'll see my fingerprints in them and the kind of the tool marks and that kind of stuff that 3D prints oftentimes, or people try and like fake that on 3D. Like they'll add texture that makes it look like a sculpted, like a hand sculpted kind of thing. I think there's a real charm to that, and it looks kind of, it's almost like a sketch, if that makes sense. All right, I'm going to stick around for maybe 10 more minutes. Maybe let's just start adding some materials to this guy. Just something a bit different. Is not anywhere near where I would like him to be. But we've got a base there, right, that we could come back to at a later time. Let's actually, do we want to shade smooth? What? There's something odd with the camera here. I'm not entirely sure what it is. And I'm not sure. The eyes are skewed. Why are the eyes wonky? How did that happen? They're like ovals. Okay, that's a design, not a bug. Bugger it. It is what it is. That's, I must have just nudged him accidentally. Oh well. Work with it. So let's maybe come here, add in let's actually just make him grayscale. That looks quite nice. Just to separate some of the materials. Let's go new. All right, maybe we do that. Maybe we add that lighter material. No, let's add a new material for the eyes. Let's just make it white. Let's get out of Eevee. Let's add cycles. Just to make it look cooler. No, that's going to chug the computer like crazy. Prashant, it was a good explanation. I hope. Denny's ambient occlusion. Not sure what was meant to come after that. So let's add, this is a little trick that I didn't know how to do until I knew how to do it. So you can actually assign materials, like different materials to different selections. So now we've got those eyes in there, and that just brings it to another level of activate ambient occlusion for Eevee. Will look better. Denny's, thank you. Okay. Oh, I didn't change too much. Screen space reflections. Ah, that's all right. That's fine. We're just putting it together at the moment. Okay, maybe we do... Oh, he's got glasses. Let's finish off just throwing the glasses on him, right? Maybe the eyes, maybe the eyebrows are white. He seems like an older gentleman. All right, let's make the skin just a little bit different. Let's just make the brows white. And let's make this, that material, no, that material, no, that, one of them. What material is this one? It's just called material. Okay. Material and material. All right, so the ears are the same material. Let's just make the neck the same material. Can't really see the neck, but you know what it is. All right, let's quickly model some glasses just so we've got something there. How do we want to do this? Taurus. It's going to be jank. It's going to be quick. Whoop. But that's how we do it here when we're experimenting. How do I change the thingy-majiggy of the Taurus? Do I have to do that when I first add the Taurus? So you've got okay, yeah, major segments, major radius. Let's go again. All right, let's add some segments. Let's do it about there. Major radius, minor radius. That'll do. Yep. that seems about right. Then we'll just scale it down. Bada bang. Yep. Santa's going to the pool. It does look like Santa, doesn't it? There needs to be some tweaking. For sure. But doing it quickly and getting the sculpting muscle working is good fun. I'm not too concerned. All right, so then we're going to add, what do we reckon? We'll do a curve maybe. Let's go in here, object, edit mode, get rid of you. Nick off here, get out of here, bam, straight back. No Bezier. Maybe I don't want a Bezier because it's going to do that weird shit. How do I just do a straight line? Is it just a path? Maybe it's a path. Add. Maybe we try path. I haven't really used paths that much. So is that going to do the thing I want it to? Let's see. Let's find out together. Come here. Yep, it is. Sick. Fill that. Fill the cap. Depth, profile. Or maybe we don't want the round. Maybe we... Ooh, hello. Yeah. Way too big. Way too big. But how do we make that smaller? How do we... Whoa, what happened there? Oh, we did offset. Offset 0. Yep. Fill the caps. There we go. Extrude up. Depth down. Sick. About there maybe. But we should really line it up with the ear if we're being correct. Whoa, no, that's not what I want. I want to move the whole thing. Who cares? It's fine. Mirror. Yeah, look, this isn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it's something. We got something happening in 3 dimensions from a 2D idea, which is kind of cool. What can we do? I want to do a bit of fiddling with this. Make his hair a little bit more messy. That's what it kind of feels like in the concept. He's a little bit disheveled. Whoa. Hold on, not that much. I mean, we could spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and days on this if we did want to. But for a couple of hours, not too shabby. And then maybe if we do a cheeky little bit of this, if I can remember how, let's go vertex paint. How do I do this again? I've got to add it in shading. Oh, this is a pain in the ass. This is the the workflow stuff that is so frustrating. So I think I have to come here. There is vertex. Why is this not letting me? So if I come here, choose this object, vertex paint, right? Now, I can't see this because we need to attach this color attribute to the shading, which you would never know. Like it's just one of those really annoying things. So we've got to do like an image texture here, add the color to the color, and then choose. Oh no, it's not the image texture, it's the add color attribute. And then we choose that attribute there, right? And then apparently we get to draw on it. Oh, there we go. So let's fill this all with that kind of... Hey? Oh, all right, I'm going to go soon. In 2 minutes, let's say. I've been summoned. All right, I just wanted to add some of those little spots on his head. Let's see if we can get that working. It's not. Brush settings, color picker, fall off. Let's do a hard fall off. There you go. That's what I'm after. Oh, it's mirrored, whatever. And then let's go object mode and then remove that. Add a new one, make it about the same sort of darkness as the skin. And that was material 5. Move that there, material 5, move that there, material 5. Bam! Cool. So that was concept to something in 3D reasonably quickly. And now he's going all over the place. But no, it was fun. I wanted to practice my 3D skills, knowing that I'm not going to do too much stuff next week because it's very busy. Let's catch up with chat. Syrup, sorry for the randomness, but the right side for us of Ben's face, the thin white light, is that called the rim light? It is, I think. Let's just see. I'm lost. Yep. Rim light. Oh no. My production. I've got bloody cleaning thing in the back. My apologies. Yeah, this hair really could. Actually, let's change the camera angle because it looks a little bit zoomed in. Let's go like a longer lens, because that kind of feels like how I drew him. That feels a little bit true, more true to the character. Ruby, great to have you. Yeah, Trevor, that's why it's so fun, because it is so satisfying to me as well, just having this all sort of come together. I do want to pull this hair out just a little bit. And up. Oh, we can use the snake tool. Let's quickly try that. There you go. That's cool. All right, not that it didn't mirror it. That's not cool, but it's just like, I don't use that tool very often. But if we just come here and go, now he's got his hair at the back that does feel a little bit more disheveled, which is cool. Sick. All right, everyone. On that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. But quickly before I go, as usual, business time. If you do like this stylized stuff, I do have a Gumroad tutorial available right now. Links in the bio. I've also got a Photoshop plugin that autofills lasso selections, which I find super helpful. Links in the description. I've also got a podcast all about content creation, right? You like the business side, you like the numbers side, go check that out. That's called Make Now, Think Later on Spotify, wherever you can get podcasts really, and on Instagram as well. BenEblin.com, that's where you get all my stuff from. Plugs over. I am not going to be streaming my usual time next week, but we'll be back to the regular schedule the week after, which is Monday, Australian Central Standard Time at 10:30 a.m. All right. So I hope this was fun. This was so spur of the moment. Just, all right, let's do something. I had fun. And I thank you all that have been sort of chatting in chat, keeping me company. I really, really appreciate it. It means more than you know. All right. So let me just catch up with chat before we head off. Denny's ready for Pixar animation? No, I don't think so. I appreciate the kind words though. Thank you, Yan. Trevor. My pleasure. Look at that. Very good. Prashan. Let's see what you did there. Estella, nice sculpt. Thank you. Trevor, you have them both. You're talking about the plugin and the tutorial. Thank you. It honestly means a lot. I hope you get a ton out of them. Lumore, what is it? Lumorehe. I use a filthy plugin for pretty much everything. Super recommend if anyone's considering it. Thank you. You're absolute legend. Always nice to see you creating. Thanks for sharing all of this, Ben. My absolute pleasure, Yan. Thanks for popping in. No, my pleasure, guys. All right. With that, I'm out. It's getting late. 12 a.m. here. Have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, afternoon, and I'll catch you in the next one. And then we had this awkward thing of where I can't find my thing to stop the stream. All right. As always, catch ya.